Hello everyone and welcome to Ispirer webinar. Before we get started, let's do a quick check. Please write in the chat if you can hear us well and if you can see us clearly. Please drop a thumbs up or any other sign that everything works properly. Let's start with the introduction. I'm Christina. I'm Partnership Manager at Ispirer, and I'm really excited to be here with you today. And joining me is Anastasia, our tech pre-sales expert and our speaker for today's webinar. Hi, Anastasia. Great to have you here right now.
Yeah, hi Christina, hi everyone. Really glad to see all of you in our webinar today.
How are you doing, Anastasia?
Pretty fine, thanks. And you?
For everyone watching, don't be shy. Tell us in the chat who you are and where you're joining from, or maybe how you're doing and your expectations from this webinar. A quick intro for those who are new to us. Ispirer is an international software company helping businesses modernize their IT infrastructure. We specialize in database migration, application conversion, and expert services. Today is actually our second webinar on moving off Sybase. This time we are focusing on Microsoft SQL Server and, more importantly, how to make your migration smooth, predictable, and stress-free. Let's briefly revisit the key reasons why organizations need to move away from Sybase today. First of all, support has ended, as you may know. Also, maintenance costs are going up, and finding skilled specialists is getting harder nowadays. And as we said last time, waiting doesn't make it easier, it just makes it riskier.
Yes, that's absolutely true. And I also want to point out the security risks because until 2025, SAP monitoring vulnerabilities and fixed serious threats, but that stopped. This leaves organizations exposed, which is a big risk, and a data breach could have several consequences. The average cost of a breach in 2025 was around $4.4 million.
Yes, it's a very strong point, Anastasia. Last time we talked about CockroachDB as a target, and today we're focusing on Microsoft SQL Server. Could you outline the main advantages and disadvantages of this platform compared to Sybase? And in your view, can it fully replace it?
Yes, I believe in most cases it does work successfully. Microsoft SQL Server offers clear advantages like much better integration with the modern Microsoft ecosystem, stronger security features, superior monitoring and tuning tools, and generally like higher performance on the current hardware that you have. As I know, licensing has also become flexible, but the main differences are in the TSQL behavior, especially around store procedures, maybe some certain property Sybase constructs, and so on. But after hundreds of migrations, I can confidently say that SQL Server is a very capable and really reliable replacement for Sybase ASE, for instance. In our projects, I also want to point out we achieve full functional equivalence because the best thing is there that the syntax similarity in these two platforms. So yeah, that's it.
You know, that's interesting. So with similar syntax, does that mean manual migration is actually a good option, or are you still skeptical about manual approaches in 2026?
Yes, I was, and I still am. And honestly, I believe nothing has changed my mind. So let's be honest. Manual migration requires really deep expertise in both Sybase ASE and SQL Server. A huge amount of research for finding equivalence and carries off. It carries significant risks that some bugs or issues will only appear after the cutover. even an experienced developer can typically rewrite only 3 or maybe 400 lines per day, and that's I'm being quite optimistic. But with automated migration, the picture is completely different. I won't lie to you, no tool in the market nowadays can can migrate with only one click while you enjoy your coffee or tea break. It's not possible now, but it's tens of times faster. And with our tool, with SQL Ways, after proper setup, configuration, choosing right options, you run the conversion and you will get a very solid result. Of course, review and testing and validation are still necessary, but now you are reviewing 3 or 4 thousand lines per day instead of writing 3 or 4 hundreds. That's once again 10 times faster.
10 times difference is a huge difference. So automation really is the practical way forward.
Yes, exactly. And I believe when we talk about automation tools, I truly believe that our tool, SQL ASE, is a must-have for any direction migrations. And there are two main things that made us stand out there. It's our powerful customization capabilities and really pretty, outstanding support team.
And let's talk about customization. What does that actually mean in practice?
Yes, of course, about the customization, customizations and customization approach. Um, we keep adding new conversion rules almost daily, either from our own experience or maybe based on the specific customer requests. And if the initial automation percentage doesn't suit you, satisfy you, it's not the end of the story. Because after the analysis, we can extend and adjust new rules for your personal cases, needs and goals. And this approach usually takes around 3 or maybe 5 business days.
Okay, and you also mentioned support is another key strength. Could you please elaborate on it?
Yes, we have a support team that our clients really consistently price. These are real experts who will guide you, can help you implement your customizations, new rules really quickly in the tools core engine, and they also will answer every and each question with a smile. So please, guys, do not hesitate to reach out to them at any time because nobody leaves us without a full answer and complete understanding.
That sounds great. Does using SQL Ways also significantly impact project timelines and budget?
Yes, absolutely. And most importantly, with our tool, the overall project timeline is typically reduced by maybe 2 or 4 times, and this directly lowers the cost of the project because you need fewer human resources and much less manual work that cannot be automated by our tool or any other. And also the assessment phase becomes minimal because and this thing allows us to start actual conversion work almost immediately after the discussion, main details and scope of work. With our approach, we often skip and shorten the stage of assessment just to move straight into the conversion phase with our teams.
That sounds really great, but I assume it's not completely hands off.
Yes, that's a fair point, and I want to be really honest with you. This is still an iterative process, and usually this phase, like maybe the first 1 or 2 months, look like a cycle because you convert, review, make manual adjustments, maybe do some tests and request customization, new rules, and then repeat the process. It's like a real loop cycle. Yeah.
Makes sense. And also, with so much discussion around AI these days, how does SQL Ways compare to AI powered solutions?
Yes, that's a really great question because I believe all of maybe the great part of our audience maybe still have any concerns, and I completely understand the thing because we live in the age of AI technologies, AI features, and I have maybe a task for you, feel free to ask any AI tool, any AI engine. So can you migrate 100 or 200,000 lines of code in one day or even in maybe 2 months? You'll quickly get your answer because we already know what it will say, and that's exactly why we're so confident in our tool and approach. For small projects, AI might handle some maybe objects, tables, views, functions, but for serious enterprise level migrations, because we're talking about these cases, AI results are never consistent because the same piece of code or the same object, the same structure can be converted differently every single time you ask. But with our tool, with SQL Ways, you get like stable, predictable, repeatable results every time you run the conversion.
Thank you, Anastasia. And it was a very honest and professional perspective. Thank you.
Yes, I believe I have one point to add.
Of course.
One more thing, just we also very open for the proof of concept. In fact, we often offer pilots, sometimes for a minimal fee or sometimes even for free for our clients, for our customers, because we know that seeing is believing. And over the past few years, we realized that for larger projects, starting with a pilot phase, a pilot has become almost essential to demonstrate our real value and real value of SQL Wage tool itself. So we're always ready to prove ourselves first. And I believe in the last few minutes we discussed and covered quite a lot of things.
That's true.
So let me maybe sum up these things. We started talking by talking about the biggest advantages of SQL Ways, our strong customization capabilities, and really nice support team. We also talked about how using as a tool can reduce the overall project timeline by 2, maybe 4 times. And finally, we touched also on how SQL Ways differs from AI technology, AI solutions, because it's delivering consistent and stable migrations.
Perfect timing for that summary, Anastasia. And speaking of SQL Ways capabilities, what level of automation can typically be achieved and what factors can influence on it?
Yes, but it depends on several factors. I can repeat it once and once again. The overall complexity of your code, how heavily you use maybe source features, the direction, and any other points and factors. On the first one, we typically achieve around maybe 60-80% of automation for like a lot of directions. But please remember that what I mentioned earlier, the first percentage you see is not the final number. And thanks to our customization approach, we can often raise the automation conversion percentage to 90-95%, or even 99. We already achieved in the real projects. But even with such high automation, review, testing, and validation are always required. And the good news is that with a higher automation rate, the faster and more efficient your testing and validation phase becomes.
That sounds very impressive, and the numbers also impress us. And how are complex elements like stored procedures, triggers, business logic handled?
This is also one area where I feel very confident in there, because over the years we learned how to handle the differences between 2 different platforms, like cursors, triggers, complex transactions, maybe temporary tables, Sybase specific maybe features and variables. I don't know. Most of this are covered automatically with our tool, and I believe now you can see everything we support very well with this migration direction. And by the way, we're preparing a separate detailed video where I will walk you through interesting maybe conversion cases, explain how, why, what certain constructs are transformed. And guys, please make sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel so you don't miss it. And we will see you.
So we can say stay tuned. And also, I have one more question. Are there any scenarios where manual migration might still be more practical?
To be completely honest, now I believe, yes, you can see the list of things that still present challenges, mostly system objects, system procedures, very specific administrative maybe logic. We usually solve these cases together with our client. So if you choose our, for instance, turnkey service, where the main stuff is done by our team, we happily take even these complex parts on ourselves. In all other cases, even with some manual adjustments, using our tool is significantly faster and safer for the migration. Because yes, system objects, system procedures can be really tricky, but we usually have a proven solutions from a previous projects that we can adapt together with you, with our two teams together to discuss and adjust these things in our tool.
Anastasia, thank you so much for sharing your expertise. And actually, I believe it's high time to demonstrate something to the audience. And I believe Anastasia could demonstrate how it works in real world. So, guys, meanwhile, if you have any questions, please let us know about these questions and write down them in the chat box. And now the floor is for Anastasia. Anastasia, please go.
Yes, happy to. So let me show a tool now. I believe yeah, it's visible for you. So that's the main page of our tool, SQL Base, with the list of projects created and with the licensing information about your license key, yeah, your license approach. If you open this tool for initial time, you will be able to register your license key and proceed with the migration process itself. So let's create a new project together. The first thing that you need to do is to write the name of the project here, and let's type something about webinar maybe. The second point is to provide the source options, the source credentials. I need to point that our tool works with ODBC connection only. It's the main thing in our tool here, in our approach, because with the help of ODBC connection, SQL is able to connect to the source database, extract information about the source objects, like their dependencies, differences, their definitions, and yeah, convert everything to the new specific syntax. So right before you're creating a new project, you need to tune and manage the ODBC connection to the source side, to the Sybase ASE in our case. So let's select the ODBC connection to the Sybase ASE, provide the username to it, and the password. So this user should be the same as you specified during tuning ODBC connection to the Sybase. After it's connected successfully, we're ready to provide a target technology from the drop-down list. You need to select the target destination, in our case it's Microsoft SQL Server, and provide other information in the separate fields like the host name. Let me quickly copy it and paste here. The database name, the password, and the username. So also there is one field to add information in. It's the binary directory path. That's the path to the folder where the native utility is located. With the help of native utility, our tool is capable to perform the import process to load everything to the MS SQL side. So let me also copy this path, paste it, and test the connection to the MS SQL side. Now it's connected successfully, and we can create the new project. So now you can see the main dashboard. That's the welcome dashboard that congrats us with the created project. And the first step you need to do here is to add a source object. By clicking this appropriate button, you will see a left pane with a list of all types of objects that are available for the extraction from the Sybase ASE. So you can just easily select let's see tables, add them to this current project, and start the migration. The migration process is divided into two main phases. the conversion process and the import phase. And yeah, just repeat it and recap it once again. During the conversion phase, our tool extracts the information from the source side about the objects you selected, like definitions, dependencies, references between these objects, and automatically generates this SQL files with the converted code to the new syntax, to the MS SQL side. And during the import process, with the help of native utility, all of the SQL files and TXT files with the data just loaded to the MS SQL side. So I have another one project who's already converted and selected objects. So let's see the import process itself. Let's see and check that our target database is empty. There is no use, no tables, no procedures inside. And let's just click to start import. And we will see that all of the converted objects will be automatically imported to the MS SQL side. So during these two steps, our tool also automatically generates some log files with the detailed information about the main processes. All of them you can see on the log files page. They are divided to the two separate steps about the conversion and about the import process too. So as you can see, the import process is finished. We can see and check how many of objects imported successfully or not. In case of any issues, you will see an appropriate mark with a red sign that something goes wrong, and you can just double check and see why this, for instance, view can be imported to the MS SQL side, and also tune this issue manually in this page, in this file editor page, yes. But in case of really huge number of repeatable errors, as already mentioned, we have a really great possibility to adjust and add new conversion rules in our tool score engine. So just reach out to our team and we can easily provide you with a new solution, with a new release version. So you can run the tool and see that all of these issues will be eliminated. Also have a huge number of options. They are located in this page, and also you can add in them by clicking appropriate button and see the list of all options that are available in our website. So I believe that's all. Let's also see that in our MS SQL site, all of the objects, yeah, imported successfully, tables, views, procedures, all of them are there. So yeah, the process ended up successfully. So I believe that's all.
Anastasia, thank you so much for sharing the demonstration of the tool and tool's capabilities. And I believe we've done with the demonstration and we could move on to the QA session. And, you know, actually we have Anastasia here. Anastasia is with us, and I have a set of questions for you, questions that we hear from our clients from time to time, and I'd like you to answer these questions, so no question remain unanswered. So the first one, I will read this question for you to hear it. So the first question will be, what are the most common pitfalls organizations encountered during migration?
Yes, that's a good question, a good point. And the most common pitfalls is a desire to move as fast as possible for our clients. It's the main thought that all of them have, and many teams try to rush through the project, underestimating the importance of a proper setup and this first initial step, the analysis, especially maybe another step is testing. Also, a lot of clients just forget about this thing, and we always try to accommodate with the timelines of our customers, which is why our tool is updated almost daily. Yes, I already mentioned it. We provide new release versions every day, unlike many competitors who release updates every 3 or maybe 6 months. But also, please guys, remember that the tool cannot do everything for you. our tool and our approach to help you for migration only to convert and import your objects. But the testing and validation phase just need your help, your assistance here. And proper configuration, result analysis, maybe iterative refinement and testing are critical steps that cannot be skipped in any cases.
Okay, I got it. So I believe for everybody who is in the migration process right now, and if a person encounters any questions, they might they may ask their questions to us, and we could assist them with their migration process.
Yes, absolutely.
It's like the last of your one of your points answers this question. And the next question will be, how can these risks be mitigated early in the project?
I believe that the best way to mitigate risks early is to start with a well-scoped assessment stage and proof of concept. Because assessment stage is essential stage, and also during the proof of concept, during the pilot, our team can convert a representative part of your database, of your flow, show you the real automation rate, identify maybe some potential challenges, risks, and also estimate the effort more accurately. And this thing removes most uncertainty before you commit to the full project, and also involve your technical team from day one and plan enough time for the iterative review maybe and testing cycles I mentioned earlier.
Okay, got it. Thank you so much. The next question will be, what does a typical migration timeline look like for a mid-size or large Sybase ASE database?
It's the general question and the similar question that I have before, because the timeline depends on many factors, like the automatic conversion percentage too. It depends on the database side, on the code complexity, on the structure and cases that you have inside your code base, maybe a number of system objects, how customized your logic is, and the other stuff. But the main phases are usually the same. I think we should maybe organize a dedicated webinar just on migration timelines and roadmap maybe, where I can walk you guys through each phase, maybe each stage in detail. So would you be interested in that? Let us know in the chat maybe. I need maybe a proof so that my superiors give the go ahead to hold a webinar on this topic, show them that you care about it.
Okay, thank you. And we are waiting for the responses regarding this question. And the next question is for you, Anastasia. How does SQL ASE or the Ispirer team handle testing and validation to ensure functional equivalence after migration?
This is also the most frequently asked question, and I completely understand why. And I believe I also covered this thing maybe earlier. So let me be very clear. SQL ASE was built primarily as a migration and conversion tool, not as a testing tool. Therefore, the main responsibility for functional testing and validation always lies with the customer's team. Also, as an option, we offer a turnkey migration service where our experts perform a conversion, the main migration phase, and also perform high-level testing. Help you, this stage also help us during the process too. Even in the turnkey option, there is always a final stage, like a user acceptance testing phase, that you must perform yourselves. This is the only way to ensure that there are no unpleasant surprises after the cutover, no issues, no bugs, and we of course fix any conversion-related bugs that are discovered only during the assessment, during the acceptance testing phase. Yes, but the testing and validation on your side remains essential. Sorry.
Okay, good, thank you. And I believe the last question will be, what advice would you give to companies just starting to plan their migration?
My main advice is do not panic and do not try to do it perfectly with one day and first try, because I believe reach out to us earlier. We are here to help you with any point, any question. Start with an assessment or a small proof of concept, because it costs little, but this thing gives you a huge clarity in the main migration phase, in the main approach. Migration from Sybase ASE is a serious step. I understand completely why, but with the right partners and the right tool, it becomes a manageable and predictable project. So the sooner you start planning, the sooner you start asking questions, the smoother and less risky this journey will be for you and for your team.
And I also think that at this moment we could invite the audience to our next webinar on planning and on the preparation phase. This webinar will take place, I believe, in May, in early May. Mm-hmm. So stay tuned and follow the updates of our company.
Yes, that would be great.
Anastasia, thank you so much for the answers. No, as I mentioned before, at the beginning of this set of questions, no question remains unanswered, and you did a great job. And I have one final question. If someone is still hesitating, what would you say to them?
I believe I can say that don't be afraid to reach out to our team and ask any questions you have, because we can help you in any cases and any solutions, any maybe situations and concerns you have, and discuss through the emails or maybe some meetings. We're also very open for any stages to collaborate, to discuss all stuff you have or questions with our two teams, with your team and our experts. So yeah.
Thank you. And you could reach out to us at ispirer.com. You could book a demo or book a call with our experts and get all the answers to all your questions. And thank you, Anastasia, for sharing your insights today. And thank you, thanks to everyone who joined us today. And we hope this session gave you a clear picture of how to move from Sybase ASE to SQL Server.
Thanks for having me.
Have a great day, and we look forward to seeing you next time.